Trust me, I know that we're about to be in June and you guys are probably like, why are we getting another build video? But I know a lot of y'all need centers on NBA 2K25, you know, footer builds specifically, whether that's one that could pop, whether that's one that can dunk. So I got 2 center builds for you guys today. Both of them are going to be pretty different with some cap breakers. You know, the chapters are going to be below. The only thing that I'm going to ask from you guys in return is just to hit that subscribe button and drop a like while you're down there, because maybe one of these center builds can actually help you win some games on NBA 2K25. We're just going to have to see, but we could go ahead and get straight into it. So for the first center build, this build is literally going to have everything that you need, going all the way from finishing to rebounding. You guys are just going to have to see later on in the build. So we are going to be going center position, 7 foot on the height, 245 pounds with a 7'4" wingspan. This is going to be very important. We could go ahead and press X, press continue, and go down to the physicals as always. So speed, we're going to max it out at a 70. Agility is going to be a 55. Strength, we're going to put it all the way up to a 90, which we have something to talk about here. And then vertical is going to be at a 75. So if you have 5 cap breakers to put on strength, we are going to be putting 5 cap breakers on it to make it a 95, which is going to give us a lot more badges later down the line. Right now, we're not going to be able to see anything just because we only have our physicals. But again, 5 cap breakers on strength to make it a 95. So this is a defensive centered build. So I mean, we could start off with our defense. We got a 74 interior. Our perimeter is going to be at a 62. Steal, we're going to put it up to a 60, of course, just so we could get that, you know, little interceptor. Block, we're going to put it at a 74. Offensive rebound, we're going to put it all the way up to an 87. And then defensive rebound is going to be at a 94. So I mean, pretty straightforward, pretty basic for a center build when it comes to defensive attributes. We got a 74 interior, so we can get all of the interior badges on bronze, like paint patroller, post move lockdown, and of course off ball pass. Now you guys might think that these attributes are low or the badges are at a low tier, but it really doesn't matter because you got to think about it. You're a 7-foot center with a 7'4" wingspan and 245 pounds. You're going to get that contact regardless in the paint and get the stop that way. The attributes and the badges aren't going to matter that much. We got a 62 perimeter, which isn't going to give us any perimeter defense badges, but if you do get put on the PNR, you shouldn't really have too many issues when it comes to guard and ball. You know, you are a little bit slow, but this build does have a 70 speed, so you might be good on that end. Just play the best defense that you can. You know, no one's really going to yell at you if you get cooked by a guard, because again, you're a 7-foot center. If they get mad at you for getting fried, you should not be playing with them, bro. Those are the wrong people to be around. We got a 60 steal, which is going to give us that bronze interceptor. So, I mean, if you are in the lane on a fast break, maybe you're going to get it. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's not going to be common. You're not going to be getting it every time, but you will be getting it every now and then. And then obviously we don't get glove. We got a 74 block, which is going to give us high flying denier on bronze. I wish this badge was a little more powerful in NBA 2K25, like how Chase Down Artist was back in the day. But I mean, we can't complain about it too much. 74 block, bronze high flying denier. You might get a couple blocks every now and then. You're not going to be getting them often, but when you do, you're going to get a lot of takeover from it. 87 offensive rebound and 94 defensive rebound. We are going to be putting 5 cap breakers on defensive rebound, so we do get rebound chaser on legend because that's just what we need. And then we got an 87 O board as well. So if you don't have the cap breakers at all, this is going to be gold rebound chaser, Hall of Fame box out beast, but again, the cap breakers are going to change this a lot. So that's enough for the defense. We could go ahead and go up to our pass accuracy. We do have an 88 pass ac. Ball handle is a 53, and then speed with ball is a 30. So 88 pass ac, we do get a couple of playmaking badges on bronze and gold. Bailout on bronze, so if you take a bad shot on your footer, you could pass out of it, or a bad take, you know, either way you can pass out of it. Break starter on gold, that's going to be mandatory on a footer. I mean, you get the rebound, you need to throw it on the break. Versatile visionary on bronze, if you need to do some flashy passes or throw a lob, you're going to be able to do so. And then gold dimer, if you get the ball and your teammates are Dexin or someone's open in the corner, maybe off of the rebound, they're going to be extra happy with that, you know, getting a little bit of a boost to their shooting, even though it really doesn't matter because, you know, you can't really shoot consistent in this game. You know, maybe it's going to bless them a little bit. Who really knows? 53 ball handle, 30 speed with ball, literally nothing to talk about. They are useless on this build. It literally just doesn't matter. Now, going up to our shooting, we got an 80 mid-range shot, if I could put it up there. Our 3-point is going to be maxed at an 80, and then our free throw is going to be all the way up to a 91. With these attributes, we do get a couple badges like bronze deadeye and silver set shot specialist. Those are the 2 only badges that we get, but we are going to have access to literally every single jump shot on the game. And to be honest, with footers, the jump shot requirements aren't too high, but 80 3-point shot, 80 midi, as long as you figure out a footer jump shot that you like, you should be able to shoot, you know, midi fades. You should be able to shoot from the top of the key. 3, the wing, the corner, whatever it is. As long as you find the jump shot, get some hot spots, you should be a-okay. 91 free throw. This is pretty self-explanatory. I mean, we're going to be using this build in the rec and the pro am majority of the time. You're also going to be using this build on the threes, but I mean, free throw is just going to be important. We don't got to talk about it too much. Now, to round this build off, we are going to go to our finishing. We do have a 90 standing dunk. Our post control is going to be at an 87. Driving dunk is going to be at a 65. Driving layup is going to be at a 70. Close shot is going to be at an 84. So we got a lot to unpack here for our finishing. We got a 90 standing dunk, which is going to give us gold rise up, and I think 2 standing dunk packages. But it's very important on a footer that you have standing dunk and you also learn the dunk meter, because once you learn that, it's literally free points every single time. It's way harder this year compared to last year, but it is still doable. It is still timeable. It's just going to take some time. Like, it's not super easy, but you'll get used to it. It won't be a problem. 87 post control. We get a bunch of badges like gold post fade phenom, gold post powerhouse, post up poet, and then unpluckable on silver. So when you have this 87 post control with the 90 standing dunk and the 84 close shot, you could really mash, drop step, get the standing dunk or contested layup, and it should go in. And that's why this footer build is so strong in my opinion, because it could really do anything. But again, this is the first center build that I want to show you guys. It literally has everything from finishing to shooting to playmaking to defense, because footers get so many attributes on this game. From top to bottom, we got an 84 close shot, 90 standing dunk, 87 post control, 80 mid-range, 83 point, 91 free throw, 88 pass axe, 74 interior, 62 perimeter, 60 steal, 74 block, 87 O board with a 99 D board after the cab breakers, and also a 95 strength after the 5 cab breakers. I mean, this build is looking insane. Y'all gotta let me know what you think about it. Y'all gotta let me know if you make it, but we could go ahead and press X, press continue, and see what we have created here. It looks like we have created the 3-level scoring playmaker. Again, if you make this build, just let me know down in the comment section. It really is a little OP. All right, so the second center build I got for you guys is gonna be more of an inside center, like a paint beast. The first one literally had everything, but this one is gonna have a lot more finishing. So center position, obviously 7'1" on the height, 260 pounds with a 7'10" wingspan. We could go ahead, press X, press continue, get down to them physicals. Our speed is going to be at a 60. Our agility is going to be maxed out of 47. Strength, we're going to put it all the way up to a 93. Vertical, we're going to max out to a 77. So we're going to be putting +2 cap breakers on strength, so we have a 95 strength, which is important on a center build above 7 feet tall, but we're going to get into that later. Like, we just got to have the foundation first. Again, 2 cap breakers on strength to make it a 95, and you should be straight. Now, going up to our defense, our interior is going to be an 85. Perimeter is going to stay at 38. Steel is going to stay at 40. Block, we're going to put it up to a 74 if I could put it up there. Offensive rebound is going to be all the way up to a 90. That is way too much. And then defensive rebound is going to be a 94. So we have a good amount of defense on this build. 85 interior is going to allow us to get post move lockdown on silver, which is a pretty important badge. If we're getting backed down by another center, it's going to allow us to stop them even easier in the paint. And then obviously we get paint patroller on bronze, which we know we don't really got to talk about too much. It just allows us to get stops in the paint, protects the rim at a high level, pretty basic stuff. 38 perimeter and 40 steal is going to give us nothing, so not really anything to talk about. If you get put on the PNR, I just gotta wish you luck, bro. That's pretty much about it. That's the only thing I could really tell you, because you're not gonna have any attributes or badges to really help you out. 74 block, we get high flying denier on bronze. So, I mean, you're going to be able to get blocks every now and then. They're not going to be too common. So don't count on getting snatch blocks literally every single possession, because that's not going to be the case. But I mean, jump at the right time and maybe you can get it. Maybe you won't. You're just gonna have to see. We got a 90 O board and a 94 defensive rebound. If you know about 94 stats, you know we're gonna put +5 cap breakers on defensive rebound to make it a 99. So we do get that rebound chaser on legend. But if you don't have the cap breakers, you're gonna have Hall of Fame box out beast and gold rebound chaser. So it's still gonna be pretty good, but you should have the cap breakers to make it legend. You should have no problem with it at all. Like, you should be able to get every O board, every D board, just jump at the right time, go dead zone, get the box out, worm the other guy, and the rebound should come straight into your hands. But that's it for defense, though. We could go ahead and go up to our playmaking. We are going to have an 84 pass accuracy, and that's going to be pretty much about it. We're not going to touch our ball handle, and we're not going to touch our speed with ball. Actually, we're going to put our ball handle to a 48. I lied. Pass accuracy 84. So we do get break starter on silver, versatile visionary on bronze, and then dimer on gold. Now, these badges are going to be really good for you as a center. I mean, break starter on silver is a no-brainer. You grab the ball, you throw that bitch down the court, whether it's to the wing, the corner, maybe they're already down in the paint on the fast break. You're going to get points. They're not going to fumble the ball. It's just going to be really easy for your team. Now, versatile visionary, you know, if you need to throw a flashy pass or an alley-oop to your guard, this could come into play, but I mean, I don't think a lot of people are really utilizing this badge. So, I mean, it's just nice to have just in case. And then gold dimer, obviously this is legendary for all of your, teammates. Someone in the corner, someone on the wing, someone did a slip pop, whatever it is, maybe a wrap. They're going to be able to shoot the pill and be very happy with that gold dimer. And they're going to get a little bit of a boost to their attributes. I mean, you literally can't hate on it. You're a 7-1 center, so 48 ball handle and 25 speed with ball is going to give you absolutely nothing. Now to our shooting, this is a finishing heavy build, so we do not have like barely any shooting. We have a 53 mid range, and then our free throw is going to be up to a 63. So I mean, literally nothing to talk about here. 53 midi, maybe you can make a midi with rhythm shooting and like a hotspot and maybe, a little bit of a blessing from God, because you're not going to get any badges. You're not really going to get any jump shot animations. So I mean, just pray. And then 63 free throw. I mean, it's not a lot, but we're gonna have a lot of finishing, so it makes up for it. And maybe you can make a free throw every now and then. If you want more free throw, you can get more free throw by lowering some of these other attributes, but that's really up to you. Now going up to our finishing, we have a 90 standing dunk. Let's go ahead and put it up to a 90. Post control is going to be up to a 93. Our driving dunk is going to be a 73. Driving layup is going to be a 53, and then close shot is going to be a 93. So that's going to round off the build, but we got to talk about this because this is a lot of finishing to have on a build. Well, I mean, this is kind of like a paint beast, so it makes sense, but you guys just got to let me cook. So 90 standing dunk, we are going to get gold rise up, and you are going to get 2 standing dunk packages, I think, but you got to learn the standing dunk meter on this game. It is way too OP. If you perfect it, it's literally points in the paint every time, no matter how many people are in there, the contest, whatever it is. Just L2, get dead zone, do the stick dunk, and you're going to be able to score every time. And then you also do get gold aerial wizard if you do have to catch some lobs, or you want to do a self lob, put back, whatever it is. It is going to work out in your favor. Now what we got to talk about is the 93 close shot and the 93 post control. These 2 badges are going to be OP if you want to start mashing in the paint. I mean, 93 post control, we get hook specialist on gold, post powerhouse on gold, and post up poet on gold, and also unpluckable on silver, so you're not going to get ripped. But all of these post move badges are going to make it easy for you to just drop step, either take a contested layup, maybe take a hook, or just get the standing dunk on him, because these badges are just way too strong. And then 93 close shot, we get paint prodigy on gold, which is going to allow us to make like those little contested layups in the paint, those close shots in general, and then flow game on Hall of Fame, so these count towards the hooks. 53 driving layup, we don't got anything to talk about here. We don't get any crazy layup packages or badges. 73 driving dunk, we do get posterizer on bronze, so that's going to help us with our standing dunks, our drop steps, things of that nature. But I mean, this is the second center build. Again, this is a lot more finishing heavy, and this one only has 7 cap breakers, so you guys can really experiment with this build. I think it's pretty good if you just need a masher, one that could play good interior defense, and a little bit of a taller build since this is 7-1. But we could go top to bottom. We got a 93 close shot, 73 driving dunk, 90 standing dunk, 93 post control, 84 pass sack, 85 interior, 74 block, 90 O board with a 99 D board after the cap breakers, 60 speed with a 95 strength after the +2 cap breakers. Again, this build is looking insane. You got best of both worlds. The first center build that you could do everything on, but it lacks in some components. And then this build is just straight mashing, so you could choose whichever one you like. I think you'll be fine with either. Let's go ahead and press X, press continue, and see the name that we have came up with. So it looks like we have created the Paint Beast build. I mean, it literally is called a Paint Beast with all of the attributes that we have. It just really makes sense. So go ahead, swipe the Visa if you need. This build is looking deadly. All right, so those are the 2 center builds that I wanted to show you guys on NBA 2K25. Again, they are 2 very different builds. One is for someone who wants everything, and then one build is just for people that want to mash. So you really got 2 options. Both of them work for pretty much every single game mode beside the ones, of course. So let me know what you guys would change about the builds down in the comment section below. I'm genuinely curious because there's a couple people that nitpick about the builds and are like, oh, you could do this, you could change that for some better attributes or badges, and some of you guys could take note from it when you're making these builds. So I don't know, y'all gotta let me know. But if you guys did enjoy this video, man, I need y'all to do me a solid real quick and hit that subscribe button, drop a like while you're down there. It does mean a lot. We do gotta hit that 100K. But I hope you guys had a great day today and a great rest of your day. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.